Hello everyone to the most amazing stream title ever. Why do I have Steam open? Go away Steam. Alright, cock blocked. So today we're gonna make pathfinding, and what obstacle would be better to maneuver around than a big cock? You dare none. Oh no, did I start the stream without you? Alright. Oh, you back, Mike?
I'm back. Sorry. I can't see the stream. Where's the stream at here?
Oh, just Google Florian Himsl.
Here, I'll link it. Florian
Yeah,
doesn't
you
have
link
his,
it.
Discord
Okay.
linked up yet.
So I'm gonna spawn an enemy here, and then this enemy will have trouble maneuvering around this big cock, I guess. Let's see. Oh, already has trouble maneuvering to the door even. Yeah, the AI is terrible. I gotta fix this.
There we go.
You found it?
Thank you. Oh,
Alright, so he's making a waypoint, and he's not finding a way. Oh, now he's found a waypoint there, and that's bad, because that's not how waypoints work. That doesn't allow him to come to me. Curious. Something wrong with this sphere casting. If only I knew how to do sphere casting after all this time. If only I knew. So how is everyone doing? What's that?
some sort of drone. What's the premise of this game here?
Oh, it's basically like Isaac but with squids. Just a squid invasion. You just kill the squids, I guess. But right now we're gonna do pathfinding instead of killing anything. Yeah.
A lot of phallic imagery in this game.
Oh, it's only for this episode. And I have this squid go around this big cock. Oh, hi Tom, by the way. In the chat. Alright, so how on earth is anything gonna work? Oh my god. Okay, well I really don't like how I did this, so let's fix it. Even though just changing the balls around. Great. So tell us about you. You were on one of these episodes ages ago. I don't even know if it came out. Damn it.
Oh man, yeah, with the
Oh yeah, I did Poor Mouse
game, right? And where you were feeding or fighting the ants, I couldn't really tell. Some combination of both. Yeah, at the time, I had a video game lounge that I was running, and everything was going really good. And we were about to really turn a corner and put out games for sale and stuff and increase our inventory. And then the property manager was like, you know what this strip mall needs is a dollar store. Oh, but there's a video game store there. And he didn't understand what we were doing. So 4 months before our lease was supposed to run up, he comes up and just tells us to leave one day. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you 3 hours.
Damn.
I was like, are you kidding me? So we called the cops because we were like, this isn't right. And the police were actually on our side. They said that to change the locks as long as we had one person in the building, because otherwise that would be kidnapping. So we just did sort of a sit-in.
Wow.
Got everything out of there. It took about 2 days. Yeah, so we had to like rotate people out.
Oh, you weren't gonna get your stuff out? Jesus.
Yeah, I got all that stuff out, except for some furniture that was, it was just too big to fit in my garage. We just stuffed everything into my garage.
Damn.
So
that's terrible. Holy
yeah.
Shit.
I was gonna ask.
My business partners dropped out on me that day, so that was bad. But you know, things started to turn around. I took all the inventory, created a new company, sold that inventory to that new company, and then the old company took a loss. And since that passed through to me anyway, I did get a lot of money back in my taxes, like a lot. So I didn't actually have to declare bankruptcy or anything. Like a lot of the other guys were worried that that's where this was headed, And I
Wow.
told them, no. Just keep your name on the company, and then you can claim these losses. They didn't understand how that worked. So
Damn.
yeah, they just walked away, and so now I have this awesome video game collection of like games.
You keep cutting out. Damn, you gotta lower your activation volume, I guess, so you don't cut out.
Oh,
Uh,
what did I do?
in user settings. Damn, I was just getting. Well, it's already a pretty interesting story. That's crazy. Damn.
Okay,
So,
testing.
yeah, we hear you now. Well,
All right,
still,
where did I
guess.
leave off?
Well, did you lower it?
I didn't do anything. I just moved the mic closer to my mouth.
No, you gotta user settings, make it go lower, I guess, the activation volume.
The activation volume?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it is, Florian, so I assume he has it on automatic.
Yeah, I know, but automatic needs to be lower. Alright, where is it? Shit, there's so many options. Jesus, there's so many
You
options.
just have automatic and manual.
Oh,
You
it's
have to
voice
set-
and video, and then you see the bar, and then you drag the bar to the left. That's it. The blue green the yellow green bar. You see that? I'll show it on the stream, I guess. Well, I have.
Oh, I should go back to the stream.
Oh no.
I was sorry. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
Alright, so why on earth are these waypoints always fucked? Curious. Very curious. I guess a smart way of doing this would be so that it makes an actual like line behind the player where they can look on, and then they can just use that line to find a path, come to think of it. Alright, did you do it?
So,
Oh,
does that sound better?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm surprised it does, because I thought your mic was bad. But I guess we'll
No.
see.
I guess it was just the settings.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it was just cutting off. Alright, go ahead with your story.
Okay, so some time passed. I needed something to do. So I opened up a little store in the flea market, started selling the doubles of all the video games that were left over. I just kind of kept one copy of everything. So I think I've got about 3,000 individual titles now, doubles. And then shortly after that, though, I got hired on doing network security for a contracting company for the government. And but they had me on the night shift forever.
Wow, you've been through a lot of jobs in this time.
Yeah, a lot has happened. This is the
Damn.
short version.
Jeez.
Oh. Then, after a couple years being there, doing the same job, they fired me for sleep apnea. Yeah, because they were cracking down on people falling asleep at work. And I told them, I'm still waiting for a CPAP machine from the VA. What am I supposed to do? You know, and they're like, oh, well, since you admitted to falling asleep at work, we're going to have to let you go.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I was trying to get help. I wasn't trying to get myself fired. So, honesty. Supposed to pay off, but in this case, did not. So,
Well, were you at the night shift?
yeah, night shift's hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
night shift for like 2 years.
Yeah, I did some night shift
And
in the
I just
army.
wasn't sleeping right. Wasn't eating right. I know, I'm awake at 4 a.m. where I am right now, so.
Oh, great. You're already training for your next night shift.
Right?
So when
There must be
was
another
this? when did this happen?
yeah.
When you got fired?
So after that was just 2 weeks before last Christmas.
Oh. Wow, we're not
Christmas
even caught up yet. Jesus, how many more jobs will there be?
Place your bets now, everyone.
Oh, I bet there's like 2 more.
Well, you said you've been out of work for like
I know.
like a few months, right? Was it 4 or
So you've
5?
been listening.
Yeah, which
So-
means that was your last job, right? Unless you got some odd jobs or
Well,
something.
that was my last mainstay job. I've
Yeah,
had a
it's
couple
gotta
like
be more.
side gigs.
Because Christmas was already 6-8 months ago. Jesus.
Non-starters. I had some potential employment that fell through. So there were 2 contract jobs that fell through because the contracts, they were going to rehire me, but it turned out that I accidentally sabotaged the whole mission when I got fired.
Damn.
Because the program that I wrote to make things work stopped working at midnight on New Year's because because I licensed it out to the company because I wrote the software. So they get the license for free because of that, and they didn't want to pay for the license or call me to ask even how to reactivate it for free. So, and people were like, "Wait, we got to do this by hand now."
Damn.
So yeah, imagine having like automated reports for 2 years, and then suddenly having to do all of that research by yourself for
Wait.
like thousands and thousands and thousands of events.
Wait, do you say you do programming?
A little bit, I didn't at first, but
Damn.
into PowerShell, and it only took me a couple weeks to figure out how to do like a simple PowerShell program, and I got that integrated in. So what we did is we take a bat script, and that extracts basically some of the variables from the program that we run that watches the network, and that passes that on to the PowerShell script. And the PowerShell script goes through a database of all these reports that have ever been written, and just picks one if it's a match. That way, you don't have to reduplicate somebody else's effort, right? It just says, okay, there's already a report about this, so you can just copy and paste it, and it copies automatically to your clipboard as soon as it finds it. So you don't even have to do that part. Like all you have to do is literally just like open the report file, paste it in, send. You're done. So that's like over an hour's worth of work done in 2 seconds.
Damn.
So that's why we only had like 3 people on shift, and suddenly they needed to bring in more people. So they fired all the civilians, and they lost their contract, and the military came in, and the military
Wow.
replaced everybody. Yeah, they filled every seat with an airman.
Oh
So-
shit. This is a crazy story. Oh my god.
What a bunch of incompetent fucks.
Well, I guess if they fired the one guy who did the stuff, damn.
U.S. tax dollars at work.
Oh no. Military incompetence? Impossible. The military always knows what it's doing.
Right? I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, so that was
So-
your last job?
That was my last actual job. I still have some rental properties that I run, so I get some money from that.
Oh.
Quite enough to pay all my bills. It's like almost enough, but there's like a little gap of $1,000 or so every month. So I've just been doing side gigs, trying to make some extra money. Right? I've been doing Uber. At one point in time, I thought I was getting hired by Scout Trout and College Football Today to do some graphics, but they've only asked me to do like $4. So that's
Wow.
not like a real job. I had a potential job lined up at my old place of work, which I can't mention the name of, but it was basically doing translation. Required me to do any translation into Spanish before. It was always Spanish to English, but suddenly there's a need to go both ways. And since I don't have a whole lot of practice speaking Spanish, I didn't do too well on that part of the test, which is weird because they said that it's weird how like the human mind processes language, because when I was doing the reading part, I scored at the same fluency level as I did in English. and then when I did the list
but you
part,
don't even
yeah,
speak it, do you?
Spanish?
Did you say Finnish?
No, Spanish.
Ah, okay.
No, there's no need for Finnish in Texas.
Well, that's convenient. No, that makes sense.
Anyways,
So,
my Spanish speaking skills are really rusty,
oh,
and it had been a while, so I didn't score too well on that part of the test because it never existed before. I'd never been tested for it, and they were like, "Well, this is awkward, but we're gonna have to not hire you after all." So now I'm just sort of like waiting on a potential. How do I put this? That movie with those two guys who found a really obscure government contract and they bid on it and they won, and then they're like, now we have to buy weapons.
wow. What's this movie called?
I don't know. Somebody was telling me about it after. So basically, there's like a really obscure program that I found for military housing, and so I put in application, and I got some positive feedback, and they said that as soon as their mission starts up, I'm going to start getting basically a weekly per diem
I
from
know.
they wanna
Exploiting the
house.
government again.
This time they'll work for me. How the tables turn. So
How do you get all
yeah,
these crazy jobs? Damn.
So I'm just still putting out applications. I've got a company that wanted to hire me, but their website is crap. And I went through the website and I thought that I had submitted my resume correctly, and a week later they come back and they're like, didn't any of the positions sound interesting to you? And I was like, what do you mean? I applied for a whole bunch. And they're like, no, you didn't. So I went back and tried again, and sure enough, there's all kinds of steps after this one load screen that didn't load. Yeah, that just didn't happen.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah, that's something, huh? Oh my god, I got this reversed. That's why it never worked. Holy fuck. Wow. Yeah, you ever reverse a vector? Wow, now we're gonna see cock blocking in action. My cock, is that you? Are you my cock? There's so many mics that follow this game now, I guess.
gosh, are you trying to like work my name into a pun?
What? No, I mean someone called Mike Hawk joined the chat in D Live.
Oh, I'm a different Mike. I'm a Mike Miller.
Oh wow. Well, you didn't need to dox yourself, but okay.
No, Florian.
I'm looking for work.
Oh
that
yeah.
name.
Please, the government or anyone. Oh my god, look, the waypoint works! Can you believe it? It's doing things. Wow.
Let's have a delay because it's here we go.
Oh yeah, no. Well, you see this waypoint there. Oh yeah, look at that. He actually does things. What if I go? I guess he still can't go here. Yeah, he doesn't. Not smart enough to go for the door, is he?
Florian.
Yeah.
Mike Hawk. That's a joke name though. I hope you know that.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
It's
What
Mike
was-
Hawk. Mike.
That's
Hawk.
what I was saying.
I don't
was
get
like,
it. What's the joke?
When you say it, you're basically saying my dick, but you're saying Mike Hawk.
My hawk.
No. He's saying my cock.
But this is a
Mike
cock blocking
Hawk.
stream. There's no block, no cock. This is not gonna work.
Two cocks.
It's kind of like any of those other names that are like puns that make you say.
Wait. So are you saying that this person in the chat is actually my cock?
Probably, yes.
Damn it!
Like
I
there's
leave him
another
out
one.
of my sight for a second, and he's just typing in chat. Great. Just flopping all over my keyboard.
Well,
Out
there's
of
another one.
control.
Like if you have the first name Mo and your last name is Lester, you end
Oh.
up being
Hey, Molester is a great friend of mine, okay?
Or what if your name's Ben and your last name's Dover?
There's any number of reasons why you'd want to bend over, what do you mean?
It's even better when you get into the military because there's these Navy guys, and all of them are ranked seamen. So you have Seaman Fountain,
God damn it.
and then Seaman Smith.
Yep.
Oh,
Although I probably wrote the least efficient pathfinding of all time, isn't that great? Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay, now, well, when you're ready, you should test to see what it's like with a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Well, they'll spawn a lot of balls, I guess. Wait, what
so
happens
these
if I'm
spheres
close to the wall? Does that just break it? No?
supposed to
Oh.
be like they
Hmm?
he's aiming.
Oh yeah, he's too stupid to connect the dot. He has this waypoint and that waypoint, but he doesn't connect the next one yet. That should be easy though. Okay, so how about... Oh, great. This is actually... No, this is fine. I can do this. Yes. Alright, so if we
He
have...
just go into the circle.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
He's stuck. Alright, so anyways...
Oh wow, that's a good one. Having the last name Oxlong, but having your first name be Mike.
Yeah, well, I swear I've seen that joke before with Small. Someone was called Tiny Penis.
Diggy Smalls.
Yep. Oh, whatever, I guess I can do this whenever, yeah, sure. Okay, so let's see if this works. Oh no, now everyone's quiet. So on your Facebook, you post a lot of right-wing memes. What's up with that? Haven't you heard that I'm a liberal now?
Wait, who are you talking to, me?
Yeah. Didn't
Well,
you hear? Oh
can't
well.
please everybody.
Guess not.
I actually lost a lot of Facebook friends and some real life friends after this election happened.
Oh, wait, the 2016 election?
Which is weird because I didn't vote for either Donald Trump or Clinton.
Oh, I guess it's... I guess it depends on...
I voted for some third party guy.
Guess it depends on what you post on Facebook about Trump.
I guess. Honest, but
I saw you posted one where it was like, the rainforest isn't actually that important to saving the planet. you remember that one?
you can't take everything I post seriously.
I don't know. I guess I'd like to know whether or not the rainforest is that important, but it seems like that may have been a biased source. It's hard to tell.
I think that's where shampoo comes from.
The rainforest?
If there's anything I've learned from the thornberries. Oh, it's Africa is burning 5 times faster than the Amazon. That's what it is.
Oh. Wait, does Africa have a lot of rainforest as well?
Yeah, they're both on fire. So it's not that one rainforest is more important. It's that one rainforest is trouble than the Amazon, really. Oh, here it is. Why everything they say about the Amazon, including that it's the lungs of the world, is wrong.
Oh, wow. Guess I didn't get to the part where it said that Africa was the real problem. Damn. I guess that makes
This
sense.
one is
What's really dumb about these ones is that they like a lot of their memes is like oh yeah, they're saying that this is an issue, but look over here, there's also a fire here or something. But then they never like look at the situation and go, okay, but why specifically is this one being on fire worse than this? No, instead they're like, no, this is also on fire. Doesn't matter why it being on fire might be worse or better. It's just it's on fire. So point it out and then say the other one's no big deal or shouldn't be worried about because we got this other one that also should be worried about or not care about. That's
All
like
right.
I often see memes like that posted by my dad's friends. Like my dad's friends who live up in Oregon who are like very Republican and they'll post stuff about like global warming and stuff like that. And I sit there and I kind of go, this is okay, whatever.
Contradict yourself? No, you're using too much logic.
I think there was one that was like,
Here's
what?
So the article I posted it looks very clickbaity, right?
It sure
Because when you
does.
read
I swear it was
when you
gonna
read
go
the article,
to
though,
PragerU or something.
the core of it is Dan Napstead said about the where people call it the lungs of the world. He says that's bullshit. There's no science behind that. The Amazon produces a lot of oxygen, but it uses the same amount of oxygen through respiration. So it's a wash. So basically,
Tom also says that apparently they don't make that much oxygen in chat. So I guess you corroborated on that one.
burning down the rainforest doesn't produce any oxygen at all. So,
Well,
maybe that's worse.
It produces CO2 though. Apparently.
So, yeah. The lungs of the world is still bad that it's burning. You know,
It's odd though, because like you have one person collaborating that, and then you have other people taking that. But I've always heard from different scientist videos and stuff that the rainforests are the largest contributors to oxygen on the planet. So it's like, who do you believe? Like, like at what point? At a certain point, you have to actually look into the research.
It doesn't really make sense. You think that all the oxygen in the world comes from a rainforest? Come on, man. You think it really spreads out that way?
No.
It's from algae.
Amount of it comes from certain hotspots, sure, and those happen to be rainforests. That's at least what they're claiming.
I know it seems more logical that it's the algae that they are really the main producers. I mean, sure, there's hot spots on the land, but I mean,
it's
the
not
algae is
using any
everywhere.
oxygen. Yeah, and I mean, look how much oxygen there is in, I mean, it's part of water, so part of the chemical makeup of the water is oxygen.
I don't think that's the water that they use. I mean, you can't break the water apart.
No.
I mean, you can only. I mean, if you think about the H2 atoms, you can't take that oxygen out. But there's also oxygen mixed in with the water separately, and that's the one they get, I guess. Even though I guess the algae make the oxygen, so I don't know how they do it. Is there CO2 in the water?
So you're like thinking there's just enough H3O?
Wait, what's that? Is that a thing? Is that
Let's Google
ozone?
it. Find out.
No, I think that's heavy water.
H3O?
Let's see.
The more O's, the heavier it gets. Okay.
It's hydronium. Okay. So I guess it exists. Yeah, it's really hard to break apart atoms though, so it's not likely that it'll easily change from one to the other.
Alright, let's see how much.
Is that molecules? Well, either way, it's hard.
Algae.
Apparently there's CO2 in the seawater as well. Okay, good to know.
It's estimated that marine plants produce between 70 and 80% of the oxygen in the atmosphere.
Wow. So where do we get it when we're landlocked? Don't know. Hardly get any out. Maybe that's why there's so little on the mountains.
That's why Mars never took off, huh? I don't know. Not enough algae.
Yeah, we're gonna just bring the algae there.
Right away when we get there.
It's so funny how people are like, we're gonna live on Mars, but also Earth is gonna be inhabitable. Uninhabitable? If you can live on Mars, you can live on Earth.
Uninhabitable.
That's
I think
it,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
if they can make like a self-sustaining Mars coin, they can easily survive any part of Earth.
Well, it's weird how like the things that are bad on Earth are good for Mars. Like nuclear war on Earth, that would be bad. But if you did a nuclear war on Mars, it would improve the environment.
It would? How?
Yeah, because it would create an ozone. It would create a
Oh.
greenhouse effect artificially.
Wait, this
Melt all the water.
water? There's no water on Mars.
Keep
Yeah, there is.
No, it's permafrost.
Really?
There's
Is
ice
that
on
cold?
Mars. Oh yeah.
Well, anyways,
Mars is-
apparently nuclear war would also stop global warming, so there you go.
Climate change is bad now. Wait
not
until
like-
the sun's out for 3 days.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it just blocks out the sun and then it'll be nice and cold again.
Well, you got people that are saying that, we got to protect our planet from global warming, when in reality it's just humans that are going to be wiped off from global warming. It'll kill off the humans.
Well, it'll
And then,
kill off most of the humans, but it'll be easy for some of them to survive.
And then, of course, the animals and wildlife will go back to flourishing, and Earth will reset itself, like a virus. The humans are.
yeah.
Purge
You,
the
you fucking
disgusting-
joker! You think they will just die off? Ridiculous. If any animal's gonna survive, it's us.
I mean,
I
I've got
got
an NBC suit, so I'm ready.
What's that?
I've got. Oh, okay. So it's a nuclear, biological, and chemical suit that protects you, basically from any chemical or nuclear attack, or any sort of like zombie virus. Yeah, you'd be
Wow.
fine. Yeah, there.
I'm
NATO
always
has a
worried
whole
about
bunch
zombie
of,
viruses.
NATO has a whole bunch of these like extras that they sell, and they're only like a couple $100.
Wow.
And it's great if you're doing like a Fallout cosplay or something.
Yeah, I had to wear those in the army, and they're pretty hot. It's pretty they're fucking sweaty as fuck.
Hello.
Alex, you maniac! I was needing you to do voice acting ages ago.
So the guy you needed for the voice acting's here, and I came to seek voice acting, and nothing's available. Okay, I
Wait,
see.
you wanted to get voice acting? I thought you wanted me to have a voice actor.
Oh, for my brother.
Wait,
I'm his manager.
wait, your brother's the voice actor, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so, wait, he left? Ah, fuck. Well, the thing is, Alex is willing to do voice acting for free, is he? He did the
Yeah.
Trump in that video you saw. How do you like
did
that,
really
by
good.
the way? Well, thanks. Thanks to him, I guess.
Sometimes you gotta take some freebies, put your name out there,
I know,
have some
right?
sample work. Yeah. But my brother, he was pretty disgusted by it. He was like, "Well, if I wanted to do voice acting for free, I'd go play D&D."
I mean, yeah, he wouldn't get an audience that way, but sure. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I obviously don't get much of an audience, but obviously the amazing thing about doing stuff like that is just the art, just seeing the animation actually come together.
Well,
is
actually,
so good.
Florian, the audience thing, D&D has kind of kicked off on YouTube as a big thing with these D&D shows where people
Oh, I didn't
voice
see
act.
one yet.
And they take less work to do than an animation, so he could shill his talent there if he was able to get a
I mean, I guess.
popular D&D show going.
I was gonna tell Mike that he should just, if you want to make money on the internet, just draw furry porn. It's easy.
Oh, yeah, no, you're 100% right.
You wouldn't
And not just
believe
any furry
what
porn.
they do. Yeah.
The biggest, most filled diapers possible. Do that.
Them.
Mr. Girls, you're gonna need some art.
Big filled diapers and like massive dicks.
Damn.
Trust me, you can become a
How do I draw a
millionaire within
diaper on a
weeks.
snake girl? Where does it go?
Depends on how you draw your snake girl.
It's just a long diaper, I guess. Maybe
There
it's
are
just,
people that draw snake
maybe it's
girls
just
with
wrapped
butts.
up in like a bandage. The entire
Probably
snake.
correct is this.
Well, like often with snake girls, they draw like the entire butt, and then they have the tail flow out of flow from where the butt would be. So they still have a butt where you could put a diaper, even though it makes no sense why it'd be that way. They give them it. Just like how horse girls have 2 vaginas, they usually have one in the front, and they also have their horse one in the back. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what they do.
Yeah, that is terrible. Why do they have so many vaginas?
There's questions we've never asked aloud. You know, ever since Fantasia, everybody's wondering.
Fantasia, that's an old one.
My gosh, that's when my parents started actually like regulating what I could and couldn't watch. They're like, oh, a Disney movie, right?
Wait, isn't that just a musical one? Was that bad? I don't know.
It wasn't bad, but there's a scene where there's basically these topless girls in the water, and then it's revealed, oh, there's centaurs. Okay, so suddenly it's fine.
Wait, did they have breasts out?
But, oh yeah, for the first few seconds of that scene,
Wow.
all natural.
Wow,
And,
first seconds. Damn, the kids are really gonna jerk it to that one. Gonna have
Gotta
it
I
jump
on
believe
on
the
the-
censored version. There's another version that's got a black character in it. That was, yeah,
I wonder if he's stereotypical.
yeah, 2 stereotypes, and they actually airbrushed her out of all the scenes.
Oh no, why didn't they just whitewash her?
They did. Like Warner Brothers doesn't do that, but Disney will, right? Yeah, they'll just pretend racism never happened, and pose good and bad things.
Are you saying racism happened? Damn.
Race doesn't exist. We're all one race, right?
Yep.
Just at all. There's no difference at all between people and their cultures, and they're just supposed to be one homogenous
Oh no,
piece of human goo.
I feel like you're not being very sincere right now.
As soon as all of you accept that we're all truly non-binary and non-binary sexually too, not just genderly. There is no sex. Okay. As soon as you accept that, life becomes holy. Okay.
Yes, wait. How's that one?
So this philosophy's working out for you, huh?
You know the gay furry gamer, Sonic Fox. He recently on Twitter, like a few days ago, came out as being a non-binary man. Now explain to me how you can be non-binary, but then also claim to be binary as a man.
Damn, it's a real conundrum. He's really on the
I don't
lips
know.
with that one.
Now
I'm a
to give some-
velociraptor, so I can't even these strange human terms you come up with.
To give some quick context, Sonic Fox has always been trying to be the center of attention. So I think quite a few of us think that he's just doing it for attention. In fact, we're pretty sure it's just for attention because it doesn't make any sense.
Right, so looks like I made this be bad. Oh, yeah, no wonder, because this is that. Okay, everything makes sense now. Let's see
Well, you know
if it
what?
finally works.
I'm trans fluid, okay? So not only
Jeez.
I'm not just gender fluid where I swap between different genders like throughout my day, okay? I swap between being trans in the first place and being cis. What do you think of that?
Trans fluid sounds like something that should go on a diesel engine.
You have an
Well, I just made
engine
it up,
powered
so
by
you wanna-
cum.
If you want to make that, if
Oh
you wanna,
gosh,
if you want to patent that, go for it.
it's another place.
It's fueled by furry cum.
The most abundant resource of all.
Oh, easily. Just go to a furry convention with a bucket and you'll get some in hours. Like, not even hours, probably seconds.
Oh boy.
Man. Where wears fancy bread, in the heart or in the head. That's what this all comes down to, right?
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Is
Looks
there-
like shit works somewhat. Wait, does it? Yes, it does. Okay. It's only severely inefficient, but whatever. Let's spawn in a bunch of them, I guess. How do I... Where are they? Oh, there's a tube. Okay. Let's let them out of the tube. There we go. Now
Spheres, do they represent like your scent or the currents? How are they finding you?
you take on the balls. Oh, what does what represent?
Balls.
Well, the balls are the waypoints of where they're trying to go. Wait, are they? What are they doing now? Okay, they're stupid now.
So I think Florian wrote like a pathfinding system where he shoots off a raycast at a wall, and I believe it shoots off and then bounces off and it tries to figure out a path as best it can so that they can get to him.
Man, I wish these balls weren't here so I could just enjoy their movement. I guess they go up way too high, that's the problem. Curious. Well, they all found around, it just... If anyone knows about their coding, they'd probably be disgusted. What will they do now? Nothing. They're very lucky to get through. Alright, so I must have messed it up somehow so that they don't go through the doors anymore. So now that I've somewhat fixed this shit, I guess I can worry about that. Oh, look at all those balls. They don't even use the shared waypoints, so you could just see the whole mess they make. Amazing. So Mike,
you could
oh, go on.
I was just gonna say, like, you could I don't know if you do it already, but you could maybe do something where if enough of them are in a group, they could, I don't know if you've tried it, but they could read off of, like, I don't know, a leader and then go share that
Yeah, that might be a good
pathfinding.
idea.
Could help with, I don't know, if you get performance issues later, it could help too, because it reduces how many times each one needs to calculate, because they could just share the one.
I guess, yeah. I mean, Alex, we didn't rejoin, and also he didn't send me that voice acting. Oh no. So how much would your brother even ask for? Does he have a good
I don't
mic?
know. I asked him about. I think he's looking to do studio work, where you actually go into a studio.
Oh Jesus! Yeah,
And-
could you imagine paying for a studio?
So the first step is you gotta find a studio. It's just weird. Like, I just bought a studio name. Actually, there's a podcast, the Whiskey Brothers, and it was only $300 studio.
So you do
And I
have a
was like-
studio.
Like, you're gonna be stuck with that studio name forever, just for $300. Okay, so like, you know, I one of my credit cards, and I was like, I got some money on this one.
Wow, pretty big spender for an unemployed. Damn.
Well, I'm still making some money. Like, I'm not destitute. I'm just
yeah,
not
'cause
making
of
like a
the-
ton of money.
So are you gonna go back to making that lounge? Are you gonna find a new location to do your thing?
So, in the long term, that was the plan. But to do that, I would have to find like a piece of commercial land that I could just buy, because I really don't.
You don't want to
Anybody
risk it
anymore.
again? Oh damn.
Yeah, I tried. I tried even like expanding my flea market, and so I've got two booths now. I've got the booth on the right where I'm just selling stuff, and then we have the booth on the left that was supposed to become the gaming center. But here's the thing: the people in the flea market don't want to stop and play games, even when I offered them air conditioning and drinks.
Damn.
I only get like one person a day, so that's not sustainable. out there. I've got to find like a different format. So I've been toying with the idea of setting up tournaments, like paid tournaments where you buy in and then there's a prize or something. But that's
Wow, you'd really need a lot of people for that.
yeah, that's a lot of work for a little flea market stall. I think what I'm going to do instead is either drop one of the stalls, or, which would be more preferable, just to find another job, like find another regular line of work.
Oh, I thought
And
you
then,
really. I thought you were passionate. Oh well. Oh, I guess. Oh, just just
but
for a
I'm
while.
also practical.
You mean
I'm
a
passionate,
temporary
but I'm
job or
You know,
permanent
if
job?
and lose everything. Um, I've been kind of trying to play it safe, but if it doesn't pan out, then I'm just gonna have an awesome video game collection, and
Wow.
I have enough money to retire.
Oh well,
Yeah.
that's convenient. How'd that happen, anyways?
Oh, you got to work?
Me, no. But how did you end up being
Oh.
retired?
No, this is hypothetical.
Oh right. Because you said you
This is
had
the dream.
you're renting stuff out. I don't know. I assume that was enough.
No, it's almost enough. That's why I've been working the side jobs, because I just need like a couple thousand every month to bridge the gap for my payments for my credit cards and stuff.
Wait, what do you rent out? What do you rent out?
I got 2 Airbnbs.
Oh,
I got
okay.
one.
You're already doing Airbnb. Okay. I was gonna say if you weren't, then you bump that up. Then you don't even need to do it. But you're already
I'm ahead
doing
of the
it.
game.
How do
been
you
doing
do them? Do
Airbnb.
you have to do them yourself?
Started by myself, and then I started like when Airbnb was new, so there were only like 3 Airbnbs in the city, and
Damn.
like enough where the city council had to start making rules, and that's not helping me because some of the rules don't make sense. But what does help is that the people who don't follow the rules aren't allowed to have Airbnbs, so there's a lot less competition now. And I've already got like 900 something reviews racked up. So I get a lot of people coming to my Airbnb, enough where I can count on it $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
Also,
Right.
don't you you already have this good track record and like reviews. You could probably bump up the price considering you're considered a quality, right?
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing. I have multiple rooms in each property, kind of make my money on volume rather than on just bumping up the price for the whole property.
Okay.
So I do adjust it as needed. If it looks like, if I've got a lot of rentals lined up for the next couple of weeks going forward, it's the price out in the future by whatever I think is appropriate. And then if it starts looking like there's some empty spots, like for today or tomorrow, then I'll lower the price a little bit, and that'll help fill the gaps. And it's kind of how like work is, if they've got too many vacancies, they'll lower the price just to get somebody in there, that somebody rents out a spot than for it to sit empty. I'd rather make $10 on the room than roll the dice on $40 and nobody show up.
Right.
Example, I've never had to rent a room out for $10.
Of course.
Wow.
No, of course not.
But
So I guess you have to clean up and everything yourself, or is there people who do it for you?
yeah. So now I've got 2 renters who basically volunteered to do this in exchange for a discount. So yeah, they're actually getting like 70% off, but they're also taking care of switching out all the rooms and dealing with customer complaints, making
Oh, that's
sure everything is
That's a
clean.
great deal, I think.
Yeah, and it's good for them because otherwise they'd be homeless.
Good for them, and it just you basically just get the get money. You know?
Yeah,
No work.
exactly.
Wait, so how often do they live there?
Because they started doing that, I went and got a second property, and so I've got the city house where they're living, and that I've had that one for like 8 years, and I've got the ranch, which is just outside the city, and one I'm also setting up some campsites because there's a lot of land here, and that's starting to take off.
Wow.
But it's been slow getting that going. But I finally have. I've got one guy who's basically just been renting out the RV spot every month to month. So got like 3 rooms here, so 2 of those are full.
So how do you end up
And
with so much property?
it took a lot of research. Like when I was looking for this ranch, I searched for about 6 months
Wow.
before I found the right one.
But how do you have the money to begin with?
I didn't.
Oh.
But the thing about working for the government is there's if you're the U.S. military has a lot of really good perks, like the VA loan program. So a lot of people don't know it, but you can get what's called a VA loan, and basically buy a house with no money down, as long as the government.
Wow, that's pretty convenient.
So I used it twice, because it turns out that it doesn't matter how many properties you buy with it. There's like just a set total number. There's like you can just buy up to $400-something thousand of property. So my first property is only 90,000, and then this one I paid like 286. The estimated worth is about 400 or 450. So she used to belong to this lady who got divorced. She won the ranch in the divorce, but didn't want to live here. So she moved to Houston, and it's just been on the market for forever. And I was like, how about you throw in the furniture and we'll call it 286? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. Okay. And suddenly I had a ranch.
286. Wow.
There's 11 acres.
That's pretty good. Damn.
And it's a 4-bedroom house.
Wait, was this in the real estate crash time, or was this more recently?
No, this was recently. Now the other house was definitely that's from 2008.
Oh.
That's how I got that house so cheap.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I wish I had started sooner buying property. Would have been so cheap. Fuck.
Yeah, because now, if I didn't have Airbnb going, it would definitely be worth it for me to sell that house, because it's more than doubled in price. Did the numbers, and I was like, the amount of money I'm making off of Airbnb is going to be way more in the long term. Sold this right now, so maybe that number will outpace what I'm making off of the property, but not right now, especially with that government contract that I'm trying to get written up. If that pans out, then I'll be set. Then I can retire, because they're paying a little bit more than my Airbnb renters would be.
Well,
So
I guess this Airbnb stuff is never that certain, huh?
It's not. And that's why I wanted to go to a format that was a lot more reliable. So, steady government paycheck every week, the same amount. For 3 years, that seemed pretty good.
Damn.
Plan, and I just gotta find out what I'm gonna do in the 6 months to a year in between, whenever that might happen. Right. We'll see. Yeah. That's why I got all this free time all of a sudden right now.
So
that's why I finally got back to the street.
Oh yeah, you finally came back. So did you work for the army directly at any point, or just contracting?
I was in the Air Force, which is technically a separate military service than the Army, but part of the military,
Yeah, makes sense.
So for a while, I was enlisted. I should have gone officer, because I had a college degree,
Yeah, you have
but
so much job security, I guess.
I,
Well, not life security, I guess, but job security.
well, no, you just get paid as an officer. But I didn't really understand at the time how the military worked, and they kind of lied to me.
Oh no.
So, yeah, I know. Imagine that, the military lying to people.
Unbelievable.
Oh no.
Madness.
And I told them that, and they're like, no, you were misinformed. So, I apparently I shouldn't say I was lied to. I was misinformed. Okay. So, that's a lie. Anyway, they seem to make it easy. They made it sound easy for you to switch between enlisted and officer later on, and if you're outside of the military, it's easy, but if you're still in, it's actually very hard.
Oh,
You have to go through a lot of hoops.
that makes sense.
I started off doing like language work, and there's a school that they send you to get trained in a language, get Japanese, because I lived in Japan for so long as an exchange student. That's how they recruited me. Was they said they were looking for linguists, and instead they sent me to Chinese. And then after Chinese training was over, then they sent me to a Spanish mission.
Oh no. Wait, so you speak Chinese?
You know, a little bit. I don't use it a lot.
Ah, makes sense. Yeah, you always think like, oh, it's the most spoken language ever, but then I guess it's not usually that convenient, huh?
In Texas, no. If
certainly not in Texas, no.
If this was California, maybe
yeah, I guess
be a little bit more. But in America, a lot of the Chinese speakers here actually speak Cantonese, not Mandarin.
Huh.
Yeah, so I was trained in Mandarin, but Chinese is a split language because Cantonese sounds completely different than Mandarin sounds. So I could read it, but I wouldn't be able to like Cantonese, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I bet they're very different. I have no idea.
Like if you're saying hello, right, in Mandarin it's ni hao, and in Cantonese it's like ho, which is just totally different sounds. And that's kind of how, nutshell, there's like 4 or 5 tones depending who you ask in Mandarin, and in Cantonese there's many more, maybe 8 or 10, I don't know. So all that, they sent me to like a totally different language, and I guess it happens a lot. They just look at your listing and they're like, oh, you're a linguist, you can learn this language on the go.
Easy.
That's kind of how it works sometimes. So I got there and they're like, yeah, your Spanish is really bad, how about what else can you do? And I was like, I could do computer stuff, right? And so sure enough, I excelled at that. So I designed their website and I did all the graphics. And another mission saw the website and they're like, we want one too. And so I jumped. They like lent me out to these other missions to get their websites up and going.
Wow.
Then I found something big, and they were like, "No, you're in the wrong job." And then they made me do something else that I can't talk about, but it's pretty computer related, we'll say.
Wow. Meanwhile, you're hacking into the Russian servers for the government. Oh no, it was spot on. No, now he's fired.
Yeah, I have 2 of my friends joined the military, and they both did deciphering code stuff. I forget what that section's called, but they handle deciphering different types of codes and or translating and sending codes, like anything from Morse hidden audio code and stuff. I don't know what you call it. Apparently they have 2 divisions. One is like the normal one, and they have a really hard one that most people that try entering fail. So I know one of my friends entered the hard one, and the other one did the easy. So that's the That's the experience of two of my friends going. Yeah, not much other than they joined and they literally did nothing in the military. Like they put them in a apartment or a building, and then made them like almost a year or two before they got any work. And then when they did get work, they worked like a few hours a day,
Damn.
and then eventually didn't even have work anymore. I was like, what was the point in joining the military? Okay.
You gotta serve Uncle Sam, don't you know? It's important.
Well, what happens a lot is a lot of people are just there in case they're needed, and they're not really needed most of the time. Like we had a guy, code division, which is still a thing.
Code division.
You can imagine how often he has to do anything.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, those people just watch YouTube all day.
I heard that the military networks, like a lot of them, they block a lot of, like they sometimes block a lot of stuff. Sometimes they don't block anything. A lot of them block a lot of places, and I've heard from all of my friends that are in the one place that's never blocked is 4chan. So they just spend all their time on 4chan.
No. Why on earth?
Which is why I think that's why you always see those green tech stories on B from military people. I always think they came from that's why.
That's how they do it. Oh my god. They recruit directly from the military.
I think we did block 4chan eventually after we found that out, because
Damn.
I used to work for the department that was in charge of blocking the websites.
Wow, I was just gonna ask if you were responsible for blocking 4chan.
Because yeah, I think one of us noticed one day, and we're like, why is 4chan not blocked? And I think I asked that specifically to someone, and they were like, oh.
What's 4chan?
They didn't think about it. Sometimes it's just how it happens.
Hey, you probably
sorry.
blocked it. You probably blocked it, and then there's a green tech story like a few months later, of like sneak into like be in military, sneak into blocking section, unblock 4chan, be here or something. It's like some guy's success story and how he unblocked you guys blocking 4chan.
Amazing.
Yeah, we had to block
like,
some websites.
Just like LifeLeak at that point. Damn. They're just leaking the military secrets.
So, okay, I have a question then. You were in the military, and I assume you have like dorm mates or like roommates, right?
Because I was a staff sergeant, so by the time I got done with all my training, I was senior airman, and then I ranked up pretty quickly to staff sergeant because I had a lot of college credit and stuff. So the dorms that we were supposed to be stationed in when I was a senior airman actually collapsed my first week there. They literally fell apart. The concrete was falling from the balconies above. So they made exceptions for us and told us to go find apartments or houses to live in.
The same thing happened to my friend, because their entire dorm flooded. The entire thing flooded. Like, these things are built so badly, or maybe they were just built all at the same time to only have like the same.
Jesus, man.
Like, a certain time before they fall apart. And I believe the entire thing flooded. They moved him to another dorm, and then that one fell apart too. So eventually they're just like, just go to an apartment, dude. Fuck it. Like, they're like, we're tired of these things falling apart.
Yeah, once you reach NCO level, like staff sergeant, then you're not really supposed to come back to the dorms anyways, even if they're available. You're kind of supposed to be on your own after that. But that being said, there are some instances of NCOs cohabitating on base if like base housing available.
Okay.
So sometimes it happens, but it depends if they're single or not. Or
so you said you moved to an apartment eventually, but you were going to say something else after that. Like, eventually something else happened, so you're put in
because
an apartment.
I got a house.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, at first I was in an apartment, but then I just went and got a house because the apartment complex I was at kept raising my rent, and that's when I found out about the VA loan, and I was like, when can I use this VA loan? And they're like, you can use it right away. You don't have to wait. Oh. So I could have had a house this whole time? Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
Thanks for fucking telling me, assholes. Like,
Hidden benefits, I tell you. So
Wow.
that's so the smallest house I could find was like a 3-bedroom. And so I was like, what am I gonna do with these other rooms? I got nothing. I came from this dinky little apartment, and I've got like almost no belongings except for my computer. So I said, you know what? I'll just rent them out. I'll just make more money. That's what I did, and it was great because I paid off my college loans pretty fast. That's I just like threw money at my college loans and they disappeared.
Oh, yeah, you just put the loans into other loans, I guess. Did you say they gave you free loans or just cheap loans?
Well, I had loans from before I went into the military because I wasn't sure. I joined the military mainly because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough money to graduate. I had good grades, but I didn't. But my dad was fired from his job, and he was paying for about half of my college. He co-signed onto it. So, and it was sort of like a safety net. Like, I'll just sign up for the military, and then no matter what happens, I'll be okay. But then it did turn out that we had enough money, but I had already signed up for the enlisted ranks.
Wow.
And yeah,
And that's how you joined up. Amazing.
right.
Oh.
And I could have switched though. I could have switched over to OTS, and they just didn't give me enough information about it. I had to tell me, and I was like, no, I'm already signed up for this. And you know, they tried to explain that switch, but they made it sound bad. They made it sound like if I signed up to be an officer, I was going to go be in charge of, like, you know, launching missiles at people and not doing anything related to what I want to do. And I was like, yeah, I kind of still don't want to do that. I
You
mainly
didn't want to
wanted the
launch
language.
missiles? Damn. How come?
I'm such a boring person.
Oh,
I
you
just
could
want
have
to
nuked the
talk to
world.
people. No, I just want to hear what our enemies are saying. I don't want to blow them up. Jeez, that's an overreaction, you guys.
Damn.
Hear them out. Let's just see what they have to say.
Jesus.
You know, and you know what ended up happening is like a whole bunch of stuff that I found that like everybody else had missed, of course, in plain sight, and some of that in. And I was like, hey, look, you've been missing these transmissions for 3 years. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, it was just right here all this time. If somebody had just looked at it this way, you would have seen it.
Wow.
And I found
Was there,
all these high level guys. So a bunch of people got killed because of me anyway. So
So you found out all these terrorist cells that you had on record, but no one knew about.
wasn't even part of my mission. It was actually the guy who was training me. It was his mission. He was using real world stuff to train us, and I called him out on it. And I was like, well, how come you didn't do this step that you teach us to do? And he's like, what? Well, because it's one of these. Right. And I was like, no. Open it up. And sure enough, plain text coordinates, all the high level guys.
Jeez.
My story short, war in another country ended very quickly after that. So,
Well, because of you.
Mostly because he did. If he had just done his job,
Right.
the whole war could have stopped 3 years earlier.
Wow.
Right.
We're getting
How
some
much-
real military intelligence on this stream. Jesus.
It's crazy how much peace and war hinges on people just doing their job right,
I
and if they
guess.
just don't,
Damn.
like, a whole bunch of people get killed, and you know, and he's got to live with that now. Stuff that he just didn't do.
Does he get it, or is he just too stupid to even be guilty about it?
I think he's not stupid. I think he's a bit ambivalent.
Oh no,
Little
well,
bit.
I guess
There's
he's
a lot of
got
people in
the
the military who lack empathy.
now he's got the Vietnam flashbacks to how he could have done his job better. And how people died because of it.
I didn't rub it in his face, you know.
Damn.
I just kind of said like, well, now we have it, so great. And
Wow.
I tried to remain positive about it. But when I went and thought about it, like deeply, like reflected on my time, I was like, oh man, if he had done that,
Was it really
started.
that high level? It would have ended the whole war.
Yeah, because it was the guys in charge of this like guerrilla operation, and when they died, the whole thing stopped
Wow.
turning. Yeah.
And they didn't move, even though that was some really old intel that he called them on, I suppose.
And well, you know, he probably got the credit for it because it's technically his mission, but we discovered it in like when he was training us. So you know, it's weird. It's like, well, I did something, but not what I came here to do exactly. But you know, because stuff on my own mission just doesn't seem involved ever. The stuff I was doing.
It's never that important. Damn. Maybe it was all
Pretty
just a training mission and it wasn't real at all.
No, pretty real. I've seen some stuff on the ground too, so I'm pretty sure it's real.
Damn.
Yeah, you can't fake some of that stuff. I've seen some pretty bad things. People sawed, and I've seen like.
Oh, it's crazy when
But-
people in the military, when they get a camera or if they have footage, like, and they upload it to Live Leak, and you can see that shit live, like crazy shit. I can't imagine what it's like in person to see that shit, because like I've seen so many people be beheaded or burned alive and stuff on Live Leak from actual like military and terrorism, like military footage for terrorism and stuff, and I'm like, Jesus, can't imagine actually being there and that.
Damn.
Seeing that
Had
stuff,
to
where
be
the
there
worst
with
is
that camera.
the worst is like you see it, and only seeing it's part of it, because like you're there, you're feeling the temperature, you're smelling like whatever's going on, like being burned alive. I can't imagine what it's like to smell that type of shit if you're in the military and you're seeing that or witnessing that type of terrorism. Like, Jesus.
Damn. Why do you go to
Well,
Life
except for
League?
burning hair.
I
Yeah,
go-
except for burning hair. Apparently, burning bodies. Some people say they smell pretty good.
Great. Good to know. I guess I'll make sure to remove the hair. Mm.
Right? Yeah, as long as they're, you shave them first.
Wow.
But
Was that some kind of serial killer friends that told you that?
yeah, this is my good friend Edmund Kemp, which is just shooting the breeze while he's in jail.
Oh, Florian, to answer your question, I go to Live Leak to watch people die, so I do deliberately go there to watch deaths.
Man, when we got raided the other day, there was someone who posted like some crazy animal cruelty where there was a dog being beaten to death.
Ooh, I've seen
my
puppies
gosh.
being tossed in fireplaces and shit.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
Well, anyways, I had to delete it, but then there was a second video. I didn't look at it, and now I keep wishing I looked at it. Damn it. Too bad I had to delete it.
There's
It's
this one video,
curiosity.
right? There's this one video of this guy at like some factory, and there's this super big like furnace, and the guy just jumps right into the furnace, and it creates this massive explosion and blows up like fills the entire room with steam. His steam,
Wow.
'cause when water reacts with such high temperatures, it explodes like that.
Water? Not just
Yeah,
water.
humans are mostly water,
Damn.
like
Yeah.
60%. Yeah.
There's a video you can see on YouTube right now where a guy tosses a large piece of like a large sack of meat into a volcano, and it causes the volcano to erupt for a bit
Jesus.
because it's that like reactive.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
wild.
water is. That's why hydrogen bombs are so massive. Like, big part of it has to do with how powerful water can be when reacting to high temperatures. Although in the case of hydrogen bomb, it is cheating because it is doing fusion, but
I
is it
see.
fusion? I don't remember. I think it's fusion, or is it fission? I don't remember. Whatever.
I never know.
I guess I want to know. I guess I want to know though. I asked you the apartment thing earlier. I just want to know. Do you have any shenanigans like dealing with people in the military, or drama, or bad roommates, or just do you have any stories to tell?
Oh, yes. So, let me
Sweet.
tell you about the time I got proposed to.
Wow.
Oh boy. Alrighty.
So, yeah, hookups in the military are like a really common thing because you get paid extra if you're married.
Ah, of course.
Oh wow.
Fucking disgusting. The incels must rise up.
At one point in time, in between and being shipped out to do the job I wasn't trained to do, they, a room.
You keep cutting out again, actually. Do you have some kind of porn download?
Do I? Let me check.
Hmm.
Do you want to share?
No, don't share.
Oh, man. I'm working in the mailroom as a temporary job, and been working with, she told me her dad was dying of cancer, and she needed money for his cancer treatments, so she asked me to marry her, so that, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. This sounds like a trap. So,
Wow.
yeah, it sounds like it's not gonna. Yeah, it just didn't sound real, right? Like, tell her that, but that's the real reason that I just said no, because you know, it's just kind of weird to marry somebody you've been working with for like 2 weeks for money. It's just not what I think marriage should be about. So, yeah, I said, I don't think that I can do this, but
Damn.
I'm sure you'll find someone. And she did.
And then what?
Roommate took this like impromptu vacation, and he was just gone for like 3 days one time, and he comes back with a ring on his finger, and I was like, "You married that girl in the mailroom, didn't you?" He's like, "Who told you?" Like, nobody told me.
What did he say when he found out that she proposed to you first? Does he like to be second choice?
We didn't dwell on that too much, but you know, I was just like, well, I'm not sure if I'm happy for you or if I feel sorry for you, but you're stuck with her, so good luck. So that
Was she at least attractive? Okay.
yeah, oh yeah, she was
Okay.
attractive.
Damn.
Okay. Damn,
If we
so
had
I
known
guess-
each other for like a year, maybe I would have said yes, right? If we had like a real relationship going on,
Okay.
I would have married her. She's a nice girl, but I don't want to just marry a stranger. He dated me. That's just weird. So,
Makes
and
sense.
complicated, you know, potentially dangerous. I've seen a lot of people lose their whole life over messy divorces, and I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm careful and picky. And sure enough, a year in, because he'd actually fallen for her. He'd forgotten that this was a business deal.
But damn. Well, I guess they had to consummate anyway, so who knows?
There was a lot of consummating,
Yeah, I bet.
but yeah. Not in my room. They went somewhere else, thankfully. So I had a lot of alone time.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then yeah, he moved out of the room, and I was like, I gotta get it so that I just don't have roommates anymore. So I came up with this idea. I told the whoever the dorm chief was, you know what we need is we need like a Goodwill, but like for airmen, throwing away perfectly good stuff every time somebody moves out because they can't take it with them. What if we just had a place to save all that stuff and gave it to incoming airmen for free? And we could just use the other half of my room because of my roommate. He just moved out. He got married.
Wow. What a
They were like,
businessman.
"Good idea," right? And they thought that this was like to help morale and stuff like that. No, this was just so that I wouldn't have to deal with another roommate.
Ha!
That, but that fell apart too, because the new dorm chief came in and he didn't know about it. And then they actually assigned me a roommate, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't have a roommate." Attic, and it's running, it's running out of my room. No, that's not allowed. And they came in and they confiscated all that stuff.
Wow.
And then, but they gave it to like an actual Goodwill, right?
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So my plan didn't work forever. It just kind of, just long enough to have some peace. But then, yeah, then I got another roommate in there. He was,
Damn.
but
Can't-
about half of them are in the military. It's not good.
Yeah,
It's
having
just-
a
you're
roommate
always-
must be pretty weird.
I mean, housemates are okay because they're in another room, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But roommates who are literally in your room, you know, they're bringing in their girlfriends and they're pretend you're not there, right? One guy was just like jacking it to World of Warcraft every day.
World of Warcraft. How does that happen?
Why? No. First he zooms way out. Then he zooms way in.
Oh yeah. Damn, that game does now even have good graphics. Amazing.
Oh my god, the amount of fucking
Yeah,
weird
that was
monsters.
before the upgrade.
Damn.
Really
Damn,
bad polygons.
That's like some fucking triangle titties then, right?
Gosh. Yeah, the Madonna tits.
Damn.
Graphic guns.
Interesting.
5:30 here in the morning, so
You going?
yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep here pretty soon.
Well, makes sense.
But
Alright, nice catching up.
I'm glad we finally. I finally got here just the right time to get in on the stream again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good. I just hope that you have a slightly better connection next time. Maybe, are you on a wireless?
No, I'm on a point-to-point system because I'm out in the country. That might be LA.
What's that, a VPN?
It's not really. Well, is it a VPN? I think. Yeah, I think you're right. I think technically it's like a VPN, but
Or
that's.
is it wired or
that's
is it
not what's
wireless?
It's not. It's not like a cable connection to my ISP. It's like.
He has a
Signal
bunch of wireless. He has a bunch of hotspots, I think, that are linking together or something like that to extend his connection. So each time the connection gets more degraded as it gets to him.
Oh no. Well,
I think.
I don't know about that. Unless it's wired, if it's wired, it shouldn't matter.
Right,
Oh,
but
I
you
should
just
have
said it
fiber.
wasn't wired.
Oh damn.
Fiber because there's a fiber line that runs across my property. It
Oh.
would be to tap into that, and they said it would be like $10,000
Damn.
set up.
Oh, just to set it up. Oh, no idea.
3 miles from town. Okay.
Well, I guess it'd be pretty neat, huh? Well, I don't know. Probably not worth it just to stream, though. What do you
I
do
guess it
in your
depends.
free time otherwise? You play a lot of games?
No, I don't. I've been looking for work and trying to make ends meet in my free time mostly. At 5 a.m. in the morning, there's I've already put in all my applications for the day. I have an Uber this time of the day because then you'd be driving in the morning, coming up, and that's when accidents happen. So, avoid doing it.
Right. Alright, well, I guess it wasn't ideal with the voice connection. You keep cutting out, but it was nice talking anyways.
Yeah, next time I'm in town in San Antonio for the night, I'll hit you up again because I've got a cable connection there, so that should be a little better.
It should be better, yes. Alright, cool. We'll join in whenever you see us streaming, I guess. Or you can tell me and I'll stream. Maybe.
Luck
Alright,
with the brothel.
thank you. Good luck with the job situation, I guess.
Send some my way. Right? Yeah, out
What
there
was
listening
that?
needs a network security analyst. Hit me up.
Oh, wow. Well, there's hardly any audience to this, unfortunately, but maybe. Who knows? Alright, well, nice talking to you. Bye.
Florian, peace out.
Yep. I guess the stream continue. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Yeah, the stream will continue a little bit, I guess. So, the pathfinding works, but it turns off when you leave the room, which is weird. I don't know why. Why? Well, damn. Interesting. I guess it's probably because the code tells it to stop there, but then it doesn't tell it to do more. Maybe I should say target AMD is null. Maybe that'll be it. And then it'll have to find the pathfinding to come the long way. Oh, but will that make errors? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe I'll fix it now and then I'll be done. Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Someone was compared to a gorilla. Poor guy. Why am I still subscribed to Deep Fat Fried? Alright, I guess we'll lose our... He was probably the only other viewer of the stream. And now we're really short on viewers. Let's see if they can actually do shit. Wait, what just happened? Oh fuck, it don't work. No. Well, at least there's no error. So what did you think of this whole situation?
His stuff?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy that he doesn't have to do too much in terms of work to make ends meet now. He has stuff set up pretty well.
Damn.
And if he can get that job, then he can one of the two things he's setting up. I think he'll be pretty good.
Yeah. And then he can post about how the rainforest isn't the lung of the world on Facebook. Oh man. Do you have any friends that post reactionary stuff on Facebook?
No, I don't have
Facebook?
I only have one right-winged friend, and he doesn't use Facebook because he believes it's run by Jews. So,
Damn. Well, I mean, is Mark Zuckerberg a Jew? I don't know.
yeah.
I guess it sounds like it. Damn. Right, so that's the only conservative friend.
Yeah.
Wow. And I guess he's
Really?
a Nazi if he's doing the Jewish conspiracy.
Nah.
No?
No.
Damn.
I mean, saying that Facebook's ran by Jews, and then you look at the name Mark Zuckerberg, look him up, and realize he's Jewish. He's not wrong.
But did he say it's run by the Jews?
Well, I mean, that's the meme way to say it. I mean, if you look into it, it's probably, I'm not gonna sit. I don't think I don't think he. I know he's not like thinking like. I don't think it's a race like a super race. He's doing it as like a meme. He's not actually being racist about it.
Well, I guess that works. I guess there's a lot of people that avoided Facebook, and now Facebook is declining. Thanks. Oh no, what's it doing? That's not what I wanted to see. Alright, so if I'm here, no target. Okay, well fuck. Why you no work? Okay, wait, is it work? Okay, I guess it got lucky that time. How about... What if we go into the second penis room? And this one even has pubic hair. Yep, there's no way that joke's gonna get old. Alright, so where's he go? Nowhere, I guess. Nope, no AI here. Just runs into the wall. Well, at least he doesn't know where to go. Okay, so I guess I can easily worry about that then. Maybe this is the problem actually, I don't know, let's see. Oh, well, yeah, this would be the problem. Wait, is it? I'm not sure, let's find out. I can probably make a special case here where it does it. And then it goes through to the path finding. Switching between different modes of path finding. So what are you doing? Is it midnight for you as well? Is it 6 AM for you?
3 a.m. 3
Ah.
Yeah, 3 a.m.
I guess I deprive everyone of sleep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, does this mean it works now? Oh wow, look at them. Swirly. If I go here, yeah, it spawns them, I thought so. Alright. Aha. So it does go through this code. Interesting. So if I go down here, it immediately loses that waypoint, I guess. Wait, does it? Fuck. Interesting. How do I even... Damn. Oh, so we have this, and then it goes through... Well, it can't go through, I guess. It has to do all the code, which is not good. Wait, what? Oh, man. Okay, I guess I'll just take this and tell it to be null, and then it'll work. Maybe. Alright, we're almost done. It's the home stretch, I think. Okay. Ah, shit. This isn't ideal either. No, this can be fixed. Can it? Fuck. Nah, whatever. Let's just say null. And then we'll go. Now it'll work, surely. Except for the fact that now enemies can't shoot me from one room to the other, but I can probably fix that. Yep. Just gotta do a line check or something. Which I already do, I think. Ah. Almost done. Stream going well.
Shit.
What you do?
That's not good. There's a memory leak.
Oh no. Ah, here's a cock room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out.
And yes, it's actually going at the door. Hooray! It's actually got AI now. So that means I can go from one room to the other and it'll somewhat follow me. It'll take a while to get the pathfinding right, but it's trying.
Sweet.
Will it? Will it? Okay, I guess not. Oh, it's still searching. I guess that will be a bunch of dots. And it doesn't go far enough. Interesting. I didn't even consider it might not go far enough. Okay, well fuck, I guess. I guess it has to find out how big the room is it's in, and then based on that it has to be bigger. Huh. Well, I'll just increase it, I don't know. Will it find it? Wait, it pauses when I tab out, that's not good. Well, at least it's trying to pathfind towards the door. So I just have to improve the pathfinding and then it'll work. Okay. Wait, magnitude? Oh. So we'll do this and we'll do this, I don't know, 100 I guess. And then it'll... Now I gotta make this better. I gotta make this F1, and F1 is F1 used? Damn. Okay, F1 is target. Is 100, but then if target.room is not null, then we'll increase F1 to... Okay, 50 was probably fine at first, and then we'll increase it to room size. Target.room.size x plus target.room.size y times 10. Does it work? Yes. Oh boy, here we go. Actually, it has to load again. Oh, what a symmetrical level. Oh man, Squid Invasion with pathfinding, yeah! I guess...
Bud? Sorry?
I guess I made big progress today. What were you gonna say?
I was just checking it out. I was just gonna see.
Oh, well, guess it's 10 seconds from now at least. Oh, maybe I should just spawn all of them. Yeah, over there. I'll just go into this tube. I'll release the non-existent squids. God damn it! What? Oh, no, actually there are squids. Okay, yes. Release the squids. And then they'll follow me through this cock. Around the cock even. They won't be cock blocked. And door blocked, I guess. Neither of those is good. Well, I mean, some of them are door blocked because they're pushing each other out of the way, but they're getting the way, I think. Yeah, look at them, they're smart. They go around. No, never mind. Not all of them, just that one. Do they have... Yeah, they're all pathfinding to this point. And their waypoints can go far enough, but maybe now they go too far. Interesting. Okay. Wow, only one of them managed to come. Wait, why is that? I guess it's bad luck. Well, maybe if they found a leader, then it'd be good. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do the leader thing. So if any one of them finds successful pathfinding, they'll all go follow that one. Great, more work. No, that can't be right, can it? I guess that would mean that a single squid wouldn't find their way at all. That would spawn a single squid. Were they messing with each other somehow? Let's see what happens. Aha, not good. You can't do it. Well, I guess I can probably improve that part, but it knows how to get points sometimes. I guess it might need a lot of waypoints to make this work. Well, whatever, either way it's trying. If I'm here, does it work better? No? Maybe there aren't enough balls that show up inside the actual room. Well, I made progress. This shouldn't take too long. I guess the balls are all over. Yeah, no wonder. Alright. Goodbye, everyone. Subscribe for more Squid Invasion.